Hey everyone, it's Lindsay, and today I'm doing my January favorites because it's February 1st, just one step closer to some warmer weather. But yeah, this is back-to-back favorites because I just uploaded my 2012 favorites. A couple things that really stood out to me this month. None of them were in my 2012 favorites because they're just monthly favorites. Not that I switch things out every month, but most of them are things I only really started using this month or last month because I didn't do a December favorites video this year. And then one I've been using for several months and wanted to tell you about. So I'll start out with that product. It's DermOrganic conditioning shampoo and the Masque. And I have the big liter bottles. I got these at TJ Maxx close to 6 months ago, and they were 20 bucks a piece, which is a really good price. And they have the pumps, which is so nice. And I think when I have something with a pump, I use a lot less because if I'm dumping it, too much comes out. You just put it in I just put it in my hair anyway. But I got this because I've used the DermOrganic hair oil before and really like that. And I knew that this is like really nourishing. It's sulfate free, color safe, made with certified argan oil. So I wanted to try it. I don't like stick to just sulfate free shampoos. I mean, if what I'm using is sulfate free, great. I mean, I prefer them, but this one's really nice. It lathers and it foams and it doesn't feel heavy, or I mean it really foams up and makes your hair feel very clean, and it gets my hair very clean. And then the Masque is really nice. It's not a super heavy deep conditioner, but definitely conditions. And the reason I love this combo so much, I haven't been using just these for the past 6 months. I would have gone through them a lot faster. I like to switch out like every time. I have always a couple going on, but every time I use the DermOrganic, the first day my hair is soft, which it's soft, no matter what I use, but the second day is so soft. And for me, usually always my problem is that the second day, I might get a little oiliness, but the ends and my hair as a whole is just kind of dry and stiff and not nearly as silky. And then when I brush it, it like breaks away. It's the second day that it gets so dry. And when I'm using the DermOrganic, second day is still really silky and really nice. And I use a lot of different products that are really good, but that one I just really love. So then another hair product is the Suave Professional's Volumizing Root Boost Spray. I've had this for a really long time and just never really used it. I have different products like this. I'm not a hair product person. I'm a hair toucher. So if it's gonna make my hair feel different, I really don't like that. I'm always touching my hair. So I use like the It's a 10, and I use hair oil and dry shampoo if I need it, but that's it. I just really like natural silky hair, and even if it's a little flatter, I'm okay with that rather than having something be sticky. And in the past, I haven't always liked root boosters because they get sticky feeling when I'm touching my hair, or they even like just weigh it down. So I've been trying this and I haven't used it. I just went back to blonde recently, which being blonde naturally gives you more volume because your hair is more damaged. It kind of just sticks to each other. But when I was a little like lighter brown, darker blonde for the past 3 months, dyeing your hair makes it silky, and so it lays flatter. And then as it was growing out, my natural hair is not damaged at all, so it would lay so flat. So I was using this every time I blow dried my hair, and I would just spray it pretty much from like here up, just on the roots. I wouldn't do too much, and I liked it because it didn't leave my hair really feeling much different. It did volumize. I mean, nothing incredible, but I have long hair. But what I think I like about this the most, beside it being like less than $3, is that the second day, where my hair would get tends to be more greasy, and also I can get like kinks in it. Like here, I didn't use it last time, so I have a kink kind of from putting my hair behind my ear. It keeps your hair straight. Like it keeps it from looking oily. It just keeps it very straight and keeps it from getting kinked and wavy, because when I sleep, sometimes it gets wavy looking in the back, and this really keeps it from doing that. So I could push my hair to a third day of not washing it without it looking disgusting like it would without it. So I do recommend this. I mean, it's not like, it hasn't blown me out of the water or anything like that, but it's worth a shot if you want to try something like that. I mean, it's so cheap. So then this is something I can't believe I haven't picked up before. This is the Wet n Wild Color Icon eyeshadow in Brule. And I have heard this talked about on YouTube for years and everybody goes crazy over it. And I don't know why I never picked it up. I saw this in CVS a couple weeks ago and it was on sale for 99 cents, which I don't know why I wouldn't have gotten it at $1.99, but I just guess I never thought about it. So I'm hoping that doesn't mean that it's being discontinued. I can't imagine it's such a popular color, but it's really nice mid-tone, like creamy nude, super opaque, or I mean super pigmented, and completely matte. And I really like it as a base color. I have been really liking MAC Blanc type for like highlight and just like a matte brightening color. And this is like that, but a shade darker. So I like, you know, mixing the two, using the two, really nice. I don't know why I never picked it up sooner, but I've been really liking that. As far as a nail polish, I don't have one that really just stands out to me for the past month, but I just painted my nails today with this color. This is the Sally Hansen Hard as Nails Extreme Wear in Pacific Blue. This is almost a dead-on dupe for that Julep color. Hayden? I don't think that's Hayden. I don't remember. I will put the name of it below. But this is like $2 to $3 versus that's $14. And you get more with this. So love this color. I know I only put it on my nails today, but I am wild about this color and it's ready. It's like time for me to start pulling this out and wearing it more often. Just super fun. I've never seen another color besides this in the Julep, anything like this. It's just really cool blue. I mean, you can tell how cool it is. So excited to be pulling that out. My last favorite of the month is like the ultimate favorite of the month. I have been so excited about this product and used it every single day since I got it. And this is the Guerlain Lingerie de Peau, and it is called Invisible Skin Fusion Foundation. I got a sample of this with a Sephora order like a long time ago and just never used it. And then weeks ago, I pulled out that sample and thought, I'll try this. And the first thing I noticed was that it was super thin. Like I've never had a foundation that thin and watery. And I used my fingers and put it on, but it just looked beautiful. And it covered so well for being so thin and looked just like skin. I mean, just like skin. I have lots of foundations that I like that really look good and natural. This is the most natural foundation I have ever used. It's just amazing. And yeah, so the color that my sample was in is the color that worked for me. It's shade 02 Beige Clair. And this is supposed to be like lingerie for your skin or feel like nothing's on it or whatever. It's a pump, which is really nice. The other thing about this, not sold in stores. I don't know if it's just my Sephora or all Sephoras, but I'm fairly certain it's only sold online, which is tough to find a color match. There's not a lot of shades, but if you're anywhere close to me, I think shade 2 would work for you. Pump, which is really nice. But here, I'll just put a tiny bit on my hand. You can see already, it's just a tiny little bit, but it's already dripping. It's so thin, and you can shear it out. What I love so much about this is you can apply it however you want. I love it with fingers, like love it with fingers, and I sometimes apply my foundation with my fingers, but usually they look best with a beauty blender. I don't really know that this looks so much better with a beauty blender than fingers. I think it's just because it's so thin, but I do like it with beauty blender. That's what I use today. I like it with fingers, like I said, and I also love it with my Sephora 55 airbrush. The thinner the foundation, the better that brush works because it's so fluffy and light. But I love that this is so, I don't want to say it's sheer because it's a medium coverage buildable, but I love that it sets. So you can really shear it out. Like you only need a tiny little bit on your skin and work in sections, and it's just such a thin layer, but it has so much pigment in that like little tiny amount, and then it sets and you can't budge it. It doesn't stay, you know, oily is not the right word, but it doesn't stay moisturized feeling, like it just sets on your skin and then it stays there. And then you could put another layer on if you wanted at that point. But I just am really, for day to day, I am really just want my skin to look very natural. I'm 23. I don't want to look like I've got just a crap ton of makeup on my face when this is like the best my skin's ever gonna look. So I really want to even out. I have discoloration, under eye circles and things like that. So that's my biggest reason for wanting foundation. So I love that this, before you powder it, it looks just like skin, just like beautiful, perfect, flawless skin. So I love that. And then I do lightly powder it just because I have to do that with anything. I think the lasting power is good. It's not the best thing I've ever tried. Definitely beats out the Dior Skin Nude. This looks gorgeous, not as natural as the Guerlain, but the lasting power is like terrible on this, which I'm okay with. But this one definitely better, but I do notice that at the very end of the day, it looks a little bit oxidized, a little bit warmer than when I put it on. I always use a primer with it, but I'm okay with that because I'm not looking for it to be something that looks absolutely flawless from the minute I wake up till I take my makeup off at night. It looks really natural during the day, and that's what's important to me. So I don't even know how much this was because I ordered it with a couple other things and I had a gift card and everything. You know, it's Guerlain, so it's not gonna be cheap, but I have never tried anything like this. So if you've tried this, I wanna know what you think, and if you're on the fence, try it because it's just unlike anything I've ever tried. I'm in love with it. And I always switch out my foundations, like depending on what my skin is like, depending on what I'm feeling like. Since I have gotten this a couple weeks ago, this is the only foundation I have used. I just can't stop using it because it looks so good. It does smell like roses a little bit, like a nice rose scent. So if you're sensitive to that, you might want to watch out. But I haven't had any issues, hasn't made me break out at all, hasn't dried me out or anything. It just looks so good. So I'm so excited about that. That was definitely my highlight of my month. So let me know what your favorites are from January, anything of mine that you love or want to try or have tried. I just love hearing from you. So have a fabulous weekend and I will talk to you later. See you everybody.